This is my live streaming channel. Let's take a look at these trades we got going on here. So still short on waves, back up 331%, ETH up 29%, Sol 91%, AVAX up 120, Link up 340, Comp up 68%, and KDA up 69%. So just waiting to see how the markets open today. Looks like they're going to be a little bearish. But BTC just hit a perfect retrace target, so I'd be careful. If the Feds don't drop, if the S&P doesn't dump this morning, and you take a look at this from like a trader standpoint, BTC is almost setting itself up for either a rally, back up one more time to 22, or this is just part of a bigger trend on a 1 hour time frame, and that was your ABC setup there. Your A, B, C would be calling for a lower low, and if that is the trade setup, which I don't put too much weight on the fib or any of this stuff, but I could definitely see us coming back down to confirm a double bottom there at 18 in that area, maybe even a slightly lower low, putting in one more lower low to like 17. I never said that. It's in the effing thumbnail. That's what it is. Like, I don't have to call you out, bro. Everybody else has already done it, so. Don't worry, when this channel gets up a little bit bigger, right? When I have the money to throw thousands of dollars at attorneys, we can play that game, because the law, when I'm at the disadvantage because of legal representation, just give it some time. So one of these attorneys is going to reach out to me. One of these attorneys got played and lost, you know, a lot of money on some of these projects, right? So there's got to be an attorney out there that's just dying to get a little bit of revenge. So that, or the channel just blows up because it's on fire right now. So thank you guys for all sharing the content and helping promote and doing everything you guys can to keep this channel going. I can't thank you guys enough. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. So it's just cut and dry, man. I never said once said BitBoy profited from any of that, ever. It was me calling them out, saying, hey, you need to hold your guys' selves accountable. It's cool that you guys are boys, but people's livelihoods are on the line. You're bringing on projects onto your show to promote them with doing zero research into the technology. If you're not going to understand the underlying blockchain technology, why are you talking about it? And if you are, don't get mad when people call you out for it, bro. It is what it is, man. Just imagine what's going to happen when there's a decentralized YouTube, right? And people can actually put out whatever they want and not have to hear any repercussions from it. Yo, Richard, what up, homie? Double S, I'm thinking it, you know, it just all depends on how the Feds, how much money the Feds are going to take out of the market today. I mean, inflation's at an all-time high. We're expecting a 100-point basis point. When do Feds rate hikes come in? Tomorrow? Or they're going to push it off until like the 18th now because it's a Friday. I got about 50% in, or I got about, let's see, I got $30,000 or $20,000 worth of Bitcoin and 33,000 times $1.50. So, and I bought another $1,000 worth of Bitcoin the other day. I'm probably going to buy another $1,000 today. So it's $1.50 times 33,000. So I got about 50,000 Cadena, and then $50,000 in Cadena, and then I got about 20,000 in Bitcoin right now. So whatever the math on that is. And then Flux, I barely have any. So no, I think he got shut down, Mark D. Just like I am, right? They just hit you with every type of, you use their name wrong, you say this wrong, right? Because it's so hard to track those wallets, you need like FBI proof, right? So until the FBI exposes these guys, until the FBI or the feds step in and make a martyr out of one of these guys, and they will, right? You know, the Fed doesn't go after the little guy like me. They go after the biggest player, and they make it known, you know? So the time will come. He lives in the United States, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, that's a dangerous road. After everything that he's done, whether they can prove it or not, time shall tell. But, you know, he's got the resources and legal teams to fight, you know, tooth and nail, but so did Do Kwon, and he's sitting in a pretty prison right now, so. Did Rand? Oh, I don't know. His is cut and dry. I'm not taking his down. They reported that. Rand did report that video as well. His team did. So we're going to let YouTube decide and see who's on the right side on that one. That one was really cut and dry. I didn't mess any words up in that one. I didn't, you know, misstate anything in that one. That one's very cut and dry, that he was using YouTube, their platform, to promote those projects. So if they take me down, they take me down, guys. It was fun while it lasted, man. It really was. If you can't expose these guys for what they're doing, like, what's the point? Like, what is the point of crypto? It's just that bad. Like, just, it's done, you know? Until the Feds step in and start regulating these markets. And I was the biggest anti-regulation guy ever. And now it's like, I get it, guys. I'm starting to learn, right? Like, I don't want Feds to regulate what, but I mean, it makes sense now. Like, I was so anti-regulation, and now I see why. It's because you can't say things like that when those are legal securities. When they are registered securities, you can't make price prediction videos. Zach XBT was showing the TRX tracker he uses the other day. Breadcrumbs. It's amazing. Maybe, Rick. Maybe. Rick said, would you be streaming on another platform if they take your channel down? Maybe. Probably not, man. It would take everything out of me, man. I worked so hard to build this channel, and it's just like, I don't know. Blows my mind, man. Blows my mind. These guys are doing a great job, you know. Zach XBT, 2X Whiskey. There's a lot of people out there that are tracking these things. It's going to be very hard for them to continue doing what they're doing without some type of legal ramifications from it. I just can't imagine you could just, you know, promote, you know, and take millions and millions of dollars. Like, these projects had millions of dollars invested in them. Millions. And that went somewhere. Where it went, you know, your guess is as good as mine, but you kind of have an idea from who promoted it, right? QANX. You know, anything that's built, wrote in Solidity, guys, it's just, there's no, I mean, they don't even have what it takes to get listed on CoinMarketCap. They obviously don't have a team to take a project anywhere. Getting listed on CoinMarketCap is fairly difficult unless you know somebody or you understand what you're doing. But, you know, if you're going to be a competitor in this industry, you better know what you're doing, you know? Hi, Ryan. Any new projects, updates on the Kadena ecosystem? Yeah, there's a ton of new projects on there, Mickey. But it's all just hopium right now, so I like to wait till they get a little bit more established. Like, it took us a minute to find, like, to get KDA bet on the team, and, you know, everybody comes out of the gate swinging with a bunch of ideas and hopium, but I don't want to look at a project they don't got a full website, if they don't got their GitHub up, if they don't got anything. If they don't got GitHub, it's not really even worth looking into, in my personal opinion. If you don't got a team with GitHub and coders on it. Spelt it wrong. QNAX. QNAX. Where are we at? Where did that go? Quan platform, QANX. Built on Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain. 2 red flags right off the bat. Self-reported market cap, so they have not given CoinMarketCap API access to the project, which is a huge red flag. The project is now, any single person that's invested in the project ever since inception is down money. 3 red flags. Shall we keep going? Swinging over to GitHub. Last updated on April 12th, 3 months ago, which was their hacking audit. Add 0 address validation of signers. 75 comments. It looks like one developer is doing everything here. Yeah. So Jonathan, PMJ, Jonathan Polsky, co-founder and CTO of Quan Blockchain. So he's the CEO, the developer, the coder, the engineer, the everything on it. I don't see anybody else working or building on it. So a one-person team. I just doubt it's going to go anywhere, man. Be my best guess. And it's built on Ethereum, so I think anything on Ethereum is just going to end up getting hacked eventually. What else you guys got? Emilio says, how did you find out about Cadena? Oh, I was doing those price prediction videos, and we just got liquidated on that $10,000 Cardano long. It wasn't 10, it was like 7,000 something. I just say it was 10 because it sounds cooler. But we got liquidated on that $10,000 Cardano long, and I just really started to realize that I didn't understand blockchain, right? Just like kind of what I called BitBoy out for. Like I thought I knew, because I would watch some videos or I'd hear some people talk, or I was always like, you know, like big picture, like, yeah, East got this going on and they got this going on. And when you don't understand the actual technology, like what a coding language is and how blockchains interact, and, you know, I just realized that I didn't know those things, and I'm not smart enough to figure it out myself, right? So I was like, I'm going to make 30 price prediction videos in 30 days, or I think I was actually going to do 60 in 30 days. I was trying to put out like 2 or 3 videos a day. I was like, I'm going to go through and make price predictions on whatever you guys want. So I just dropped a list of, I said, drop your coins in the comments, and I'll try to make a video on every single one of them. So I just started going through them, and I was like, in the videos, I'm going to say, hey, if you guys, if any of these projects want to come onto the show for an interview, I'd love to bring your team on the show and actually talk about the tech, you know? And just so happens, I opened my email one day and I got an email from, I don't remember who it was on the Cadena team, saying that they were interested to come on the show. Maybe it was a DM on Twitter, I forget. And I brought them on, and I was just like, hey guys, I don't want to shill your project. I want to actually talk about the fundamentals and the tech. And of course they sent Doug, right? And from there it was just, even after Doug, I really still didn't believe it. You know, it really wasn't until I watched my own interview that I was like sitting there watching the interview, and I just happened to make a price prediction video on it before I interviewed Doug. And when I made the price prediction video, just so lucky, like, I mean, it went up within a few cents of where I said it was going to go up to. And then the retrace came down, like, I mean, it couldn't have been any more picture perfect, like within a few pennies. And I was just sitting there watching my own video after I got it back from the editor, and I was like, damn, you know what? If I just called all that and Doug is right about Cadena, I'm going to be so upset with myself if I don't just, you know, ape into this. So I bought in for like, I don't know, like $1.37. I think I bought like $5 grand worth. And then I bought, at like $1.60 something or something like that. At $1.59, I bought another 2 or 3K. And then at $1.89, I bought another 2 or 3K. And then I interviewed Stuart. And then in the meantime, like a couple weeks or a month went by, and then I got the opportunity to interview Stuart. And even like going back now and watching my interviews with Stuart and Will, there was so much good information I didn't even remember. because they were speaking so far above my head at the time that I thought it was cool. It sounded really cool, but when you don't understand the blockchain technology from like a first principle standpoint, like what blockchains are doing, like what is formal verification, I can't tell you the amount of times I heard that. And it wasn't until like a couple months ago where I really was like, dude, how did they not like go up? Like when they talk, I think they just think everybody understands what they're saying. Like that's the selling point. Formal verification makes your coding job, makes every second that you code 1 billion times more secure than coding in Solidity or Rust. So it's crazy. Yeah, Wax. So Rune says, take a look at Wax for me. Let's take a look at Wax for you guys. So Wax did something different with like their atomic NFTs. And that was Wax's huge selling point, was their NFTs were going to be this big game changer. And who in the squad was all into Wax? Who was that? They were like a diehard Wax fan. I haven't seen him in a minute. So look at, I mean, Wax, I mean, if you take a look at a chart, you know, this is pretty much like the definition of a rug pull as far as a chart goes. You get a massive rally at launch from people promoting it, but this is in 2018. This was also launched like literally in altcoin season, like at the most parabolic altcoin season ever. So take that out of the equation, because anything could have launched at that point, like they did right there, and did this right. So outside of that, going here into this cycle, right, you put in a new all-time high in altcoin season. After altcoin season in August, when the market got bullish again, you put in a new cycle high. And then again, over in November, you put in a cycle high. So 3 cycle highs. And if I'm taking a look at summer here, it does look like you're still above summer lows. Yeah, so if this is, so this was May 2022 over here. You're technically still up from a summer low of about 11%. So as far as all other coins that we looked into, charts don't look, I mean, catastrophically bad. Let's take a look at their source code and see if they're building. It looks like the last time they touched a line of code on Wax was back in February. On this branch anyways. So that's the Worldwide Asset Exchange. So whatever they're building for their asset exchange, it looks like they haven't touched it in a month. As far as people, you got two devs working on this project from what I can see. Yeah, 1 second. Let me go to my other PC and grab that for you. There you go, Crypto Pump. Blue's gonna send that right now. Sorry, couldn't copy and paste it. So yeah, Wax, I mean, from an outside standpoint, doesn't look like a complete rug. Looks like there's some activity going on it, but do I believe that it's going to do anything next cycle? Not likely. Especially if it takes more than a year for us to go bullish again. I think most of these products are going to get wiped off the map. And then you got to look at how did they launch it. So that would be the next thing I'd be looking at. If they did an ICO, I would run. So the Wax blockchain uses delegated proof of stake, was released in 2017. It's an ERC20 token. I mean, I wouldn't touch it. I mean, if you gave me, you know, $1 million worth of it today, I wouldn't even save 1 penny. I would sell it all and buy something else. So yeah, looks about right, Rick. I would say, yep. I can't pull it up, buddy. I got, oh, if you send it in Telegram, I can. Yeah, Elon hacking Twitter to get it cheap. That's funny. Yeah, my Twitter got hacked. Now how watch everybody's gets hacked. What is QNT? I don't know. Quant? You know, the supply drives up price, but not like people think. I've never really been a, you know, in 2017, I was all about supply, right? What cryptocurrency has a low circulating supply like Bitcoin, right? What projects have, you know, under 100 million coins, because those are the ones I can make the most profit on. Just isn't the case anymore. Twitter's back up, showed an internal error. Does that mean I can log in right now? That'd be nice. One second, let me get into my Twitter. Rick, post that on Twitter and tag me on it, and I'll pull it up here. I thought I hacked in like that tweet, right? Nah, Twitter's back up, guys. Did you guys see that Biden video where he got off that plane and he was like, what am I supposed to do now? Like, oh my gosh, man, what's going on with this country? If it ain't one thing, it's the next, man. Twitter stock's going to tank, no doubt. If Elon didn't buy it, what is Twitter stock looking like right now? It was a smart play on him, because if it tanks, Oh, and it is tanking. Holy shnikes, man. Oh, those investors are going to get sued. Wow, that's crazy. Or the, whatever you want to call them. Damn, Twitter was up to $72. Oh my gosh. And Twitter was down to 32 when Papa E offered to buy it. If that's the Kite Crypto ABC set up there on a Twitter. Dang, the Fib's calling for a $19 Twitter. Between 24 and 19. That hit the target there too. Oh wow, that was spot on. Look at that. Like, that is the perfect type of ABC setup to the downside. So you don't buy Twitter, right? And what is that? What happened? Oh shoot, I'm echoing. My bad. I was wondering when my screen was all messed up. Sorry guys. I feel confident that if the next president isn't pro crypto, they cannot win. There's very good possibility of that. Robo, no doubt. No, I did not, Mr. K. I don't even want to say that out loud, but y'all should read Mr. Kennedy's comment right there. Did you see Biden's video where he disrespected all of by saying, holy cow. Take a look at Seek. It's been making some great moves on social media with land buying, etc., and partnerships with Meta. Huge following too. Seek. So this is where it's going to get interesting with these proof of stake projects, right? What's going to happen when they hit their max supply, right? When a proof of stake project hits its max supply, the network has to be busy enough to support the reward system, right? Meaning the money that you're paying in fees to use the network, your gas fees are all that's going to pay to support that network. There's going to be no mining, there's going to be no validator rewards. So how are these validators going to run on proof of stake networks when they're out of coins, when they hit their max supply? That's the question. And we've seen it with what? Phantasma. And how many of these proof of stake projects had a max supply? And then what do they do when they hit their max supply? They just increase it. So that would be the number one question before I invested into anything like this that again is built on Ethereum and BSC. So red flag 1, red flag 2. Take a look at the charts. Really good charts as far as came out in 2018, did absolutely nothing but ran completely sideways. So they made it through like a horrible bear market. So that would be a plus. All set, Crypto Pump. Should have your $10 in a second. Thanks, Blue. Appreciate that, homie. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Let's take a look at their source code. We have no source code. Strange. Must be a centralized project, not open source. Yeah, and they don't have their GitHub on there. So without a GitHub, I wouldn't touch it. And with a market cap at 300 million, I mean, same market cap as Cadena. To me, that's a no-brainer. What else you guys got? Rose? Let's take a look. Rose market cap 241. Now Oasis is really unique because they're using some type of, what is that, like their dual node validators. Like they got a master node and then a secondary node or something like that. This one was what really interested me. Yeah, they're using paratimes, which I think are just another version of sharding. Like they're a paratime. I look at a paratime like a parathread on Polkadot or a parachain. But this one is definitely, I would say, not a scam. Like this is probably a legit project. I bet if we look at their GitHub, they're probably building hard. Yeah, 7,000 comments. So this is a real deal project. Big time real deal project. I mean, they got a lot of GitHub. Take a look at comments. Yeah, and we can see multiple people right here. Kostoko, TKO, Petrus, Yawnings, Niams, Costa, Peas. So I see at least 5-6 developers on here. Yep, 6 for sure. Yeah, so I can see at least 6 verified developers on their team. So what is the coding language in? So push go Oasis node, go list JSON. See, I don't know how to tell to read these things. Give me 1 second. I gotta shut off all these damn notifications. It's driving me crazy. So yeah, I would say Oasis looks decent. I could see it being a player next bull run if it doesn't get deemed as a security, right? If they get deemed as a registered security, I think it'll be the nail in the coffin for a lot of these projects because they'll get delisted from a majority of exchanges. They're going to face fines that could bankrupt the company, depending on the size of the fines that the SEC drops on these projects. So I can't wait, man. I get it. Bring on the regulations, baby. We obviously need them. Roland says, Ryan, I hope BitBoy sues you because then the media will write about it. And you'll become a celebrity in the whole world. And BitBoy will be in the drain. You never know. It could play out that way, Roland. If there's an attorney that wants to take me as a client and support this channel, let's roll. Let's party. They just got unlimited pockets, man. They've made so much money in this industry. Rick, should they tag me? Let's go. How do I find out where notifications? Take a look what Rick's got going on here. So based off of previous cycles, I believe, what are these, the Gone fans? Are these your Gone fan circles? Are these the they look like the moons over here. So that 20K support, they're trying to say that that's going to be bottom. I can see that playing out 100%. So next cycle they're calling up to what? So they're saying 400K on the next push up with a 150K low. I believe that. Very much so. Super fam, GitHub look like. Let's take a look. If you guys could do me a favor, my Twitter got hacked last week. So if you guys could do me a favor and swing over here and follow me at Shots by Matt, I'd greatly appreciate it. I'm trying to work on building this Twitter back up. It's taking me forever. Thank you guys, big time. Who are we looking at now? I'm sick of writing, man. We'll just watch. What you got, Mr. JS? GAFA. I haven't got to yours yet, homie. There's people ahead of you, man. Why so rude, Mr. Double S? Jeez, man. You must be new here. the only influencer that actually talks with you guys. You're over here giving me a hard time. CKB looks legit. We got 6 people. So you got Ian, Eric, busy forking. If I really wanted to dive into it, I would actually be going through each one of these people's GitHubs and actually taking a look and seeing what their GitHub looks like, what other projects that they've worked on. So we got 2 projects over here, projects in beta. Respiratories look decent. Yeah, 7,000 comments. I would say they're building on CKB pretty hard. Security issues, we got 14. Security policy, security advisors. So Project Classic, updated on April 12th, September 2019. You know, we made a lot of money on CKB, so I can't hate on it. But would I bet on it long term? Probably not. Not with the other options out there. And I'm pretty sure CKB's what is ERC20 and Solidity? Oh no, they must have their own coding language or their own chain. I always find it funny because I'm pretty sure that the project itself writes up these articles about themselves over here for CoinMarketCap. And there's just not a very good write-up about CKB. Describes itself as an open source public blockchain ecosystem and collection of protocols. The Nervos CKB common knowledge base is a layer 1 proof of work public blockchain protocol of the Nervos network. It reportedly allows any crypto asset to be stored with a security, immutability, and permissionlessness of Bitcoin while enabling smart contracts and layer 2 scaling. It aims to capture a total network value through its store of value crypto economic design and native token CK Byte. So proof of work, solid, right? That's what you want, proof of work, skin in the game. That makes me more bullish on CKB than anything we've talked about yet. Yep. So now the question is, what is the coding language? Because if it's in Solidity, it'd be similar to something like Flux, right? Where if the team is G's, right? If they got a trunk on their team, somebody that's that good at coding, like Prodigy level, very possible that they could keep this blockchain secure. But with all everything that we've seen going around in the industry today, I would probably want like 3 or 4 audits before I really felt confident to CKB help Cardano development. Nice. Copus. Hold on, I'm gonna check GAFA for double S. GAFA. GAFA only on Binance. Fully diluted market cap is this. It's a absolute. Is it a rug pull? Looks like the definition of a pump and dump to me, guys. I don't even think I have to open it up. What in the hell is that? That's their source code on CoinMarketCap. I wouldn't touch it. That one's a little too obvious. Did I do Flux? No, I'm looking into scammer projects or projects that people might question. Flux we know is legit. Oh yeah, somebody was telling me that VeChain was a scam. I wanted to see that. So last comment on VeChain was 24 days ago. So I think that looks like they're on the right track to me. Is there an official Go client SDK? Inconsistent hex values in Bloom filters. How to reduce CPU load. Gas price, gas confess. How to redis load. Add endpoint to get node information. I'm not really sure. VeChain looks alright to me. Looks like they're actually building, so it doesn't look like a complete, you know, dumper. The Doge was promoting GAFA. The guy who made 3 million off Dogecoin but never sold. That sucks. That's a painful lesson. Kilt protocol. Kilt protocol. So what do we got here? Not on Ethereum, so no red flags yet. Oh. Launched in the peak of an altcoin season, or peak of a bullish cycle, I should say. So could have been bad timing. Kilt protocol is a decentralized blockchain identity protocol for issuing verifiable. Oh yeah, if they're doing anything with IDs, what Stuart Habert's gonna do on Cadena with decentralized identities, you know, it's gonna be a game changer. So 4 people on the team. So far, so good. Respiratories. Take a look at the Kilt node. Updated 1 hour ago. So looks like there's a team. Looks like there's people building. Let's take a look at their site. Kilt blockchain identity protocol for issuing self-sovereign, anonymous, verifiable credentials and decentralized identifiers. Yeah, Stuart Habert's going to change that game. That one won't be able to compete with Cadena's NFTs and what they're doing for that type of thing. Let me just grab a water, guys. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Let me throw up Bitcoin on the 1 minute for you guys. We back, baby. Cost at the moon. Verasi, let's take a look at some VRA for you. VRA. VRA. So again, on Ethereum, you know, they were supposed to, when we launched that last video, they were supposed to come out and address their supply issue and explain exactly why there's now 100 million coins for a max supply. Which didn't they tell us that there wasn't going to be 100 million in that video? That was their exact words. So they finally got verified, it looks like, on CoinMarketCap, with the actual supply being 110 billion coins. I wouldn't touch it. Stars. Last update, their smart contract was last updated or the last comment I see was over 4 years ago, which maybe their smart contracts aren't upgradable, so they shouldn't ever change. Where in the mother F am I getting alerts at? Oh, it's his phone. I woke up this morning at 4 in the morning and Mason was still up. I about lost it. You know, like kids when they're trying to fake sleeping, like you can see their eyes like shaking, like they're trying to too hard to close their eyes, you know? It's like, bro, come on, man. I let him stay up to like 11:30 last night. Then he went in his room and sat there on his phone and stayed up till 4 in the morning. Oh, so mad. Yeah, so VRA, I just, you know, you can't tell about everything about every coin, but this one last updated was in 2019. Something like their token assets in February 9th of 2021, but it was all like, what was that? A few comments. This was like 17 months ago, 2 years ago. I'd probably just avoid that one, guys. That would be one that most people won't do what we're doing, right? VRA is one of those ones like in an altcoin season, like when the price of the project is really still low, you know, and the market cap's really low and you have the opportunity just to jump in it because they keep talking about their proof of view, their proof of view, their proof of this. Where is it? You know, people ask like, oh, you're bullish on VRA. Why don't you own any? Because I'm not stupid. I can be bullish on a project. I'm bullish on a lot. I was bullish on Shiba from time to time, right? But I still wouldn't buy any, you know? I'm okay. Have a good night, homie. Have a good night, man. Get him going to the gym with you. Nah, it's bad for kids under 14. Your body's not mature enough. That's why they don't lift weights until you're what, in high school? And no gyms take kids. I was taking him to the gym with me when he was 2. But the gym with the daycare closed down, so we go over to, we got like an indoor sports stadium, so we'll go throw football. Probably gonna head out there today, actually. It's like a giant, it's like a sports complex. This church that, I lived in like a really, really like upscale, rich neighborhood, when I was younger. And, they used to have this like church. It was like a, it's like a Christian church, really. It was like a really casual, like just really chill, not too Catholic style. It was actually fun to go to. They'd have like bands and stuff. So they got, I want to say they got 10,000 people, or they got 1,000 people that donate $10,000. And during the last recession, like during the 2007 collapse, and they bought this massive building for basically dirt cheap. Oh wow, that light's changing behind me. I didn't even know it was doing that. That's pretty cool. Oh, that's cool. I can change the speed of it. That's sick. A cult. Near protocol. Let's take a look at some Near. Near's badass. I know Near's legit, so I know they're actually building something. And they're one of the only proof of stake chains that seems like they figured it out. I would guarantee, yeah, 4,276 comments. And you can see it's like the ones that seem to be legit, when the page opens, it opens right to their source, right to their GitHub, right to the Near core, right? Their public blockchain. And if we take a look at how that happened when we did VRA, it opens up to like this type of landing page. So I'm sure it's just depending on what link they provide, but it seems like the bigger projects that we look at, when we're opening their GitHub, it's opening right to these pages. So it's like opening right to this type of page right here. So I'd say Near is legit, no doubt about it. I could go through here deeper and dig into it, but we know, I mean, it was just updated 2 hours ago. They're building on Near for sure. A cult. Cult DAO. So only on Ethereum, $50 million market cap. Source code. Right here, last comment was February 3rd. So it looks like same thing, just like a Costa looking thing. Like the product launched, don't really see chat for development going on after launch. Take a look at branches. Last updated 5 months ago. One pull request, updating source for top stacker only. So when you only have one pull request, and that was on February 11th by Cult DAO developer, and they haven't responded to it or they haven't addressed the issue, let's see what the comments are. So Cult developer, 2 comments, update sorting, approve these changes on February 14th. Looks fine. I think we can make much more efficient by using the links list, higher asset stacker rather than an array, by changing the interface of the deposit function. So this comment is misleading since top stacker number is not hard coded at 100. So doesn't look good to me, guys. I wouldn't touch that one. Legion protocol. Yeah, if it's not on CoinMarketCap, I won't even look at it. Octopus Network. How about A0? That's a good one. A0 is new, so there should be some stuff on A0 for sure. I mean, they've been building that project for like 4 years, so I would say that they're most likely on the legit side. Again, here we got self-reported. That's a huge red